Hello, and welcome back to Clay's 50 Film Challenge! Yeah! My name is Clay Johnson, and I am continuing my 50 Film Challenge with film number 4, Valhalla Rising. This was a very interesting film. It is from the year 2009. It was directed by Nicholas Winding Refn, if I'm pronouncing that right. And it's, like I said, very, very interesting. I mean, the basic plot is it is about a warrior named One Eye, portrayed by Mads Mikkelsen, and basically he fights. He encounters some crusaders. They try to go to the Holy Land, but end up accidentally in a land that's not really referenced, but most people assume that it was supposed to be North America in the early first century, and it's I mean, basically the group breaks up and a lot of them get killed, and I mean that is very vague plot, but that's really the only plot that there is. This film does not follow a typical like narrative structure. I mean, it's not like the type of thing that like tries to tell the story out of order or anything like that. It more doesn't really follow a narrative. It's more an art piece, I would say, than a narrative film. It more drops the characters in situations, and then we literally watch them react in various ways. A lot of times it feels very abstract. There were some things that I like at the time I was confused. I was like, okay, is this happening or is this just in their mind? And some of the things on further examination were in their mind, whereas some things really were happening and things like that. There are a lot of it's very visually interesting. The visual style of this is honestly beautiful. The filming, the shots is a very, like I said, a very interesting visual style. Like I said, this feels more like an art piece to discuss different themes such as, you know, the nature of death or life or, freedom, different things. It's not really trying to tell a story. It's more just kind of putting things in front of you and different images and things like that and letting you sort out for yourself what you feel about them. Yeah, not a typical film, but I mean, I personally enjoyed it. I mean, there's not a whole lot to talk about necessarily with the film. Like I said, it's more of an art piece. You more just kind of have to watch it and let it speak to you. This was one of those films that like have been kind of split with critics. I think that they're the reviews are more positive than negative, but some people absolutely hate this film, and I can understand that. Some people see it as purely pretentious. Like I said, I can understand that, but then other people have called it a masterpiece, and I can also understand that. It's definitely an interesting piece of art. If you ever wanted to, if you ever weren't sure about film being art, this is the type of film to watch, because this is it's so visual. There's honestly very little dialogue in this film at all. I think the first 7 minutes there is no dialogue at all, and then there's only 2 lines, and then there's another like 8 minutes. So like in the first 15 minutes there's only 2 lines of dialogue, and Mads Mikkelsen, the lead character, never speaks at all. So yeah, it's very, very interesting. But like I said, I really enjoyed the visual style. Really enjoyed the things that it made me think about, because it basically presents you with lots of different questions, but never even attempts to answer them. Simply just brings them up and lets the audience member decide for themselves what they think about those things. And I think that's a really interesting approach. But yeah, so I am going to now rate this film. So as you know, rating 1, 2, or 3. And so I am going to give this one. I'm going to give this one a 3. I can understand the criticisms that people might have with it, but like I said, I personally really enjoyed it. It's one of those that I probably wouldn't watch again by myself, but I would really be interested to watch it with somebody that hadn't seen it before, because this is one of those movies that I would love to discuss with someone, just about, what you thought about certain things, or the different things that happen, what your take is on them, things like that. But yeah, I'm going to give it 3. 3 arrowheads. Yeah, enjoy. But yeah, so that is the review for this week. Next review, I think film number 5 is The Thin Blue Line. So check out that one when it comes out. And like I've said before, feel free to rate and review with comments below. If you saw this film, if you agreed or disagreed with it, then I encourage you to leave those comments. And if you haven't seen this film, I encourage you to seek it out and let me know what you think about it. But yeah, that is all for now, so I will see you guys later.